Alright, y'all, it's your boy Houston Rocket back with another video. I am going to be talking about a few things I just grabbed from the smoke shop, as well as eating my little wiener that I got, because I'm a big ass fucking goof dog and I like to put wieners in my mouth. And I got Pepsi, wild cherry Pepsi. Man, I wish I could get a deal with Circle K to promote their fucking Polar Pop. That would be badass. Free Polar Pop for your boy for promoting Polar Pop. I mean, they're already cheap as fuck, 79 cents usually. You get little deals like this, like the $2.50 for the drink and the hot dog. A local small town boy can dream, right? Big city goals of a influencer. What's funny about that is the fact that, like, I'm probably more of an influencer than most influencers, but at the same time, I don't consider myself that because I don't act like what those people act like. And even though, like, I do some of the stuff, like the video stuff, there's been quite a few people that have met me during the stage that I can only say I was still practicing my sarcasm. So if you ever heard me like joking or saying like stuff about being an influencer actually like sounding serious, that's why I keep saying in these videos, like, don't pay attention to any of it in how it pertains to who I am, because nothing about, especially this little character right here, it's not who I am. Although, I will say this. Why I'm able to give such an authentic experience is because I don't shy away from sharing like personal shit. There's nothing about my life that I won't share. If I want to. And that's so different for people like I'll tell people, you know, I'm the same person online, offline, because I am. But I know what they think when they hear that is like, oh, he acts exactly the same way in real life as he does in the videos. No. If you think that, you're a dumbass. Sorry, but like, nobody's exactly how they are in these fucking videos all the time. that would be a stupid thought to have. Not that you're a stupid person for having that thought. Probably a pretty common thought, but that's a stupid fucking thought. Also, like, if you think comment wise, like somebody saying something about your post or your video or whatever, and because it has a tone or whatever you think to it, that the person behind it is like serious, in today's climate, you gotta let that shit go, baby. In 2026, it is the age of attention, and it is literally like everything is designed to garner reactions. Like, that's it. Content, movies, all of it, everything is just being designed to garner reaction, and they want everything to be something that you want to share on social media. They want people to share their lives, but they want people to share the less trivial shit, you know, like going to the movies, going to Universal Studios, like that type of shit. They don't want people on here fucking digging into conspiracies and finding out the facts about shit. About the fact that NASA's got weather generation machines and fucking cloud modification devices. And fucking, they got directed energy shit that they doing now, and they fucking testing out these fucking little gizmos and gadgets that create earthquakes and fucking tornadoes. And but we just crazy down here in Texas. We just crazy, and we don't know what we talking about. So I'm gonna talk about some shit that I do know what I'm talking about. I got a couple of different things that I'm gonna be reviewing. I'm gonna actually do some more reviews, guys. But it's cool because these are some legal products, and I got a little bit of different category wise. Like, I got a couple different strains of the Takeoff pre-rolls. These have been the strain specific. These are going to be the type of smokable pre-rolls. When I say it's not going nowhere, these will be the pre-rolls that stick around likely past November, because if they do away with smokable, it's going to be manufactured blends of smokable product, and more than likely those are going to be going to tobacco industries and facilities that already manufacture those types of goods. With that being said, there's still going to be smokable products on the market that are not marketed as certain things, but they're still going to have certain effects. They're still going to be great cannabis products, and this is one of them. From everything that I've read about the COAs, I really fucking wish I could get in touch with somebody, because right now in Texas, kind of a lot of stuff is in a dead hole until we get past November. Because like right now, Texas DPS and DSHS is back on their bullshit about, oh, THCA and total THC and it's illegal. No, it's not. No, it's not. Federally, Farm Bill ain't changed. So guess what? Smokable hemp is not illegal. They're just treating it like it is. And unfortunately, for the folks that don't know any better, also right now, I wouldn't be taking no smokable shit outside. Do that shit in the privacy of your own home. Keep that shit to yourself. You know, sticking with the legal products is the only reason I'm going to be reviewing them publicly. And I do have receipts to show, you know, where I... So, that being said, I got some pre-rolls. Got a couple of them. Gonna puff on them. And I got a couple different strains, because they had the Pineapple Express, the Cali Kush, the Scott Walker, Purple Punch, I think, as well. So I got a couple different ones. I did go to the COAs on the website in one of the other videos that I did, the Takeoff review video that I did. That website just basically pulls up all the COAs for the strains that they offer. So you can literally see all the COAs for all the strains. They're going to include the total THC count. All right. Companies are already starting to do that. With that being said, guess what? Before activation, companies can't say shit about it. Law-wise, they can't say shit about it. Naturally occurring-wise, they can't say shit about it unless they plan to physically make the act of smoking illegal for all substances, which they've been trying to do that even with tobacco products in a certain sense, but that hasn't worked. Motherfuckers just be smoking cigarettes like crazy nowadays with vaping shit going sideways. So like, I actually got some vapes to review too, so that's kind of cool. One of the other things I'm excited about, the shop got one of these little Willies, the Willie Nelson shots. These are the Willie's Remedy THC infused. They got the bottle there. They're $50. If anybody wants to donate, man, the Cash App is available on a lot of the different platforms that I fuck around on. Send me the money and I'll go grab the bottle and drink that whole bitch. But for right now, these are not bad. $6.50, all right, is the before tax price. $6.50 for a 10 milligram shot. And the THC shots, man, are pretty effective. Like, I know that this one shot, although it's not necessarily gonna be the most potent and effective thing for me as a person with my tolerance and everything like that, one of these bad boys, I am sure will still have some effects. That's why I grabbed one. That's why I'm even going to do a special videos, because like I like to do, I'm going to basically wake up and in the morning when I'm gonna actually wait until I've taken my medicine, woke up and had my coffee. I probably will smoke a little bit beforehand, but I'm gonna take this during the time that I'm medicated and not in pain, so that I can give you guys a full live look at what the effects do to even somebody like me, as a big boy, as a person who's a patient of cannabis, ultimately like been prescribed medical marijuana in Texas for the past 3 years. On top of like, my consumption is out of there when it comes to having accessibility to cannabis. When I have cannabis, I consume way too fucking much. And it's just because like my tolerance is, a lot of that's going towards the neuropathy that I have, this crazy nerve damage shit that I got going on that affects my walking sometimes. So stuff like this, I will tell you guys, for me, these won't be my regular type of consumption, because one of these won't do much for me. However, when I give you guys the display, I want you to keep all of this in mind, because I'm going to consume one of these when I'm completely medicated and well, in a state of being where like this will probably have the most effect on me, so that you can see how strong these actually are. Ooh, this is glass. I did not know that. And it does look like this is just like a liquid nano shot. I don't know if there's any flavor or anything like that. It doesn't say anything. It just says Willie's Remedy THC infused hemp derived high dose social tonic. And see, I would really love to even wait until like I got a doctor's appointment or something like that, that I could take it. Ooh, I could. I'll be able to get some more. I'll be able to get some more. I got some doctor's appointments coming up where I'm gonna have to go multiple days for some tests because of some stuff in my brain. But with that being said, that'll give me an opportunity to give you guys some like out in the real world how this would go, kind of what type of experience that might look like. All right, so the Willie's Reserve shots, $6.50 for the 10 milligrams, really not bad for the shot. But keep in mind, you can get a bottle for around $50, something like that, and a bottle is gonna have considerably more. So just think about that. If you go to buying a bunch of shots, think about maybe I save up and buy the bottle, or maybe I grab the bottle when I have the money and will keep me from buying little shots like this. Think about that when you buy anything consumption wise. As a consumer, do I need to buy individually or do I need to buy in bulk? For me, when it comes to vaping concentrates, I buy in bulk when I can, because I consume the fuck out of those things. I got a whole nother syringe plus the one that I got from Looper, right, which still has like quite a bit because I've been vaping that. But then I also got a vape device with the syringe that I got, because ultimately, like, even vape wise, I can consume the shit out of these little, like, this is one of the refillable devices for the vape that I got, the syringe that I got, man, this just felt like Texas. It says THCA rosin, and it's the Huckleberry Kush, which fucking like, but it's the Fucked Exotics FVKD, whatever you want to say. I call it fucked because it's fucked. And it's the Times Loud collab. And this is supposed to be an indica. It's got the purple drip at the top. That just says Texas, man. I don't know why. I know this brand is not like out of Texas necessarily, but I also know that these are popular as fuck in Texas right now, because these are one of the things that you can find pretty consistently at the vape shops, where you can get the device and the fucking syringe for the same company. Now, these devices are not like limited to only using their syringes, right? You can interchange these. If you get a Looper device, if you get a fucking Pixie device, if you get a fucking Zauer Stash device, the devices are probably all manufactured by the same companies. You know what? Let me go ahead and do that right now. Willie's Reserve Shot 650 at my spot for the 10 milligrams. Keep that in mind for the like city folks. These might be around 10 for the pop, but the liquid is gonna be a little bit different experience wise. They're a little bit stronger and they kick in a little bit faster. This is the vape and the fucked syringe that I got. I'm gonna go ahead and just open them up so I can, because I haven't seen what the vape devices look like. Ooh, that's a pretty big vape. I like that. That's a pretty big size vape. It is the 3 milliliter. Yeah, 3 milliliter vape device. So it will hold this whole syringe if I want. Let me go ahead and pull out the syringe, see what it looks like. Ooh, their stuff is a little bit yellow, which I'm not fucking mad at it. It's still nice and clean. Let me take it out the package. You guys can see I just tore that bitch open right on camera. This is a nice little package, man. I like this. Let me go ahead and open this up. I can even give you guys a demo real quick on how to go about filling these devices up, because this is pretty simple shit right here. And this is something that'll save me, because like the device was actually cheaper this way. I saved a couple bucks this way is what I mean, versus like what I was looking at possibly doing, which I probably still will for the future. Hamilton Devices, y'all, has disposables, empty disposables and cartridges and batteries and shit that you can get for a lot cheaper. And I'm talking about like they're even selling them by the box now, like 10 pieces, 20 pieces, shit like that, because it's so cheap to just buy empty disposables and then fill them up yourself with products like this. If you're not familiar with products like this, don't be too alarmed. Don't be it's not crazy drugs in a syringe like a fucking it's fucking THC oil. All right, except it's just not activated. These particular ones, these are marketed as THCA rosin, all right, on the box. But when I get a chance, I'll do a little bit of a deep dive into like what type of actual stuff we got going in here, because ultimately it could be a blend. It could be, you know, THCA, a little Delta 8, a little Delta 9, CBG, CBN. It could be full spectrum, right? It could be all whatever comes naturally. That's going to be one of the big things that I'm trying to educate the shop owners on when I talk to them, is like, and this is just me as a consumer, they think that all the smokable products are going away, and that's just not the case. What is going away is stuff that requires very, very specific equipment for them to even extract or manufacture, like Delta 8 right now. All right, let me give a little spiel while I'm getting this stuff ready for me to be able to fill it up. Delta 8 is a minor cannabinoid that doesn't produce naturally very high quantities. They are working on a naturally occurring strain that will be ultimately like genetically modified to where they can produce Delta 8 naturally, very similar to how they extract other cannabinoids. The thing is like what's been on the market and why they talk about synthetics so big right now is because pretty much most of the stuff that's been marketed as THCA, and this is something I talked about a few years ago, has been marketed as THCA, but it's actually Delta 8. It's not even really THCA at all. It's Delta 8 with cannabis terpenes or something like that. And that's cool, but say that. Don't take advantage of like people not knowing the difference, and because people don't know the difference, well then they just fucking, you know, whatever. That's not cool. I don't vibe with that. What I do vibe with is educating people. And then if they want to fucking snub the knowledge or whatever, cool, that's them. That's their choice. Choosing to like treat somebody's lack of knowledge as an opportunity to take advantage and we could charge THCA prices and get people, tell them they're just getting regular weed, but we'll just fucking charge out the ass for it. We got people out here fucking paying street prices for Delta 8 shit, and that's ridiculous. What I was talking about as well with the flowers, like CBG flower with Delta 8 spray on it, or fucking Delta 8 and THCA terps, or I mean THCP, like cannabis terps. These are all the things that you'll start to see more when the companies that are legitimate, who want to stick around, start treating it like such. Because like this weird little shit that's going on in the market, where it's like, well, we're gonna take advantage of the fucking lack of knowledge, and so we're just gonna fuck with people's like pricing and get as much as we can while we can. Those people won't last, and their shit won't last in the market either. One of the reasons why y'all are seeing shit like this be so popular in places like Texas, because I could tell you right fucking now, real working motherfuckers in Texas are buying this shit, and it's giving them the real effects that they be looking for. Otherwise, it wouldn't be here. There wouldn't be fucking hundreds of fucking smoke shops, vape shops, CBD shops across the fucking state selling this shit like hotcakes. Would not be happening. I'm telling you. These are the real products that people are going and buying on the day-to-day, on the week-to-week, on the fucking every pay consumption type shit. If you want to know why I know that, because I'm doing that my damn self. And even though I don't work a traditional 9-to-5 and I'm disabled, I still treat myself no different with what I do than if I was working any other job I would be doing, which would be treating it very seriously and pushing myself to do the best I can when I'm doing it. When I have the ability to do what I'm doing, I treat my job very seriously. I give my best in all of it. So while these videos might look like, oh, he don't really take no time, it is just, when I'm doing my shit, I don't gotta take fucking time, because this shit just comes to me. It is something that I enjoy. This isn't something that I gotta think about doing, because it's something that just comes naturally to me wanting to do it. So I got the little silicone caps off. I got the little fucking gaskets and shit for the vape off. So basically, I'm going to go ahead, because this smells really good. And I think I'm going to just want to vape all of it. So I'm just going to dump all of it into this vape device. And I'm going to see how long... Oh, that actually comes out very easily. This might be a little bit quicker of a process than I thought. This device is very, very receiving of the oil too. It smells so good. Now that was the whole syringe, and it's basically kind of filled up there, but the gasket's going to take up the rest of that space. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a little drop here. I'm gonna taste. Oh boy. That's fuck. Let me put this gasket back in here so I can vape this shit. This is gonna be tasty. So this is the cap. Just slide that over. It doesn't look like there's really much other than probably like some click gaskets or whatever. But this is the vape device. FVKD 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 5 clicks for it to turn on. 5 clicks on and off. Okay, so we got like a push button, and then there is a little switch here. I'm not quite sure what that does. Maybe the device packaging has some good information, folks. So on the back, it does say unscrew syringe top, inject oil in fill hole, let sit for 1 hour before use. Typically, you don't have to wait a whole hour if you want to do that, you're going to be at least listening to the instructions, which, you know, for like warranty purposes or whatever, that would be good. But when it comes to like figuring out how we're using the device, I guess we're just kind of like, I'm going to see if it's draw activated. Let's start there. That was a blinker. Y'all hear that fucking owl? That's, oh man. That's gonna be a real schnozberry right there. Mommy. Shit's making me go cross-eyed like right now live. Holy holy fuck. Okay. That's good. That is damn good. That shit has like a really, really noticeable flavor. And whew, I'm already feeling like the flushing feeling. Ooh wee. That's a nice device. Whatever, I don't know who the manufacturer is of the device, but this was designed for thick oils, man. Cause I'm getting, I think this might be like an airflow thing. Because whenever I switched it the first time, it was real airy. I was like, what made me cough. But then pulling it up like this, I did not have to draw very hard to get that little fucking tickle in my throat. That shit fucking rocked. That is nice. This is gonna be, man, something I'm hoping I either have still, or I'll probably try to grab more whenever I go to my doctor's appointments next week, because this will be a nice fucking thing to take on the trip with me. Like, I literally am gonna have to go to the neurologist 4 times back to back. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 days out of the week next week. That's gonna suck. I don't like doing that. That's a lot of being out of the house that I ain't used to. And fucking, I gotta take trips with the driver, with a person. Cannabis. Yeah, this is definitely an airflow thing. So the side switch, if you happen to pick up a fuck device or a FVKD, whatever you prefer to call it, this right here is going to affect your airflow. This button, I did not check to see if there's voltage settings. 1, 2. It has a warm-up function. So if your oil ever gets thick or ever gets stuck, that is a warm-up function. Typically, that's enough for you to get it flowing. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So there's no variable voltage, no change up on there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No change up for the 4 button. 5 clicks on and off. 2 for the warm up. Auto draw or button press to activate. That is the FVKD device that I picked up for about 20 bucks with one of their syringes, which was about 20 bucks. Actually, I'm sorry, no. The vape for the device was $15.99 and the syringe was $20. Forgive me. So yeah, the FVK, because I was gonna pick up, I saw they had a herb device, a URB for $15.99, which was a refillable. It's marketed as a refillable. Had buttons and everything. It looked kind of interesting. Might pick one up just to see. But when I saw that they had the FVKD with the FVKD syringes, and they had the Huckleberry Kush, which I was kind of peculiar about, I went into my mental mode that I do in overthinking so much. I was like, just for the video's sake, it would be cool to get the FVKD device with the FVKD syringe, which I did. That's what I did. I got the syringe and the device, which I have now. These leftover pieces, this little empty syringe. Actually, this was 3.5 ml, so about a 3.5. And then this is a little silicone cover for the mouthpiece for the vape that comes with that. I like that because that is pocket friendly. That can be put in a bag or something and that we're not worried about. And when you pull it out and clean, press to the lips every time, baby. Clean. I know I'm a dirty boy. I know I look like a crackhead, all right? But still, I like to be clean. I know I might look like I'm a messy person to y'all. I'm really not. Really not. Might have a little bit of clutter sometimes, but like I ain't like one of these fucking college frat dudes. At least I ain't got a fucking overflowing coffee table full of dumb shit. Anyways, I'm not a hater. I'm just hating a little bit on fucking immaturity. Anyways, get fucked. I mean, like, get fucked, the product of FVKD. They're pretty good. This is pretty decent. For 35 bucks, you could be vaping. And, like, I don't feel the need that I could take a couple of vapes off of this and be good to put that bitch in my pocket. Save that bitch for later. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Check that out. That's the FVKD times Loud collab. Huckleberry Kush premium THCA rosin with the FVKD device. All right, I wanted to pick that up because it was the rosin. I ain't had concentrates like that, and I ain't even just been fucking vaping all crazy. But when I felt like this was an opportunity. I'm even gonna title the video "Get FVKD." How about that? Peace and much love, y'all.